Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
Huh? Nope. Nope.
Mamma mia!
This episode is sponsored in part by PTZ Optics. Why hire a camera operator when the control is in your hands? Visit ptzoptics.com for more information. And by NewTek, makers of the TriCaster TC1. Stun your viewers, not your accountant. Visit newtek.com for more information.
This is Jason from Retro Gaming Asylum. Welcome to Game Masters.
All right. I think we're here, Brandy. I think the ship has landed. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. It's Friday. It's not Wednesday. Wow.
So at work, we have this joke. We call it Fried Day, Fried, Fried Day, because you're fried from the whole week. And in your case, you were on vacation the whole week, so you don't have any reason to be fried.
I know. It's such a long day. Such a long day.
Well, it's good to see you
No,
back in
it's
one
good.
piece.
I know. I made it. Surprisingly, I made it. had some crazy stuff happen on the way. Once we got to a hotel.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to hear all about
Oh,
it. This is gonna be good. Um,
it was wild. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
well, we want to welcome everybody here. I saw JJ was here earlier, and I'm going to see if I can pull up his. I think his comment is here yet still, but he said, "Evening team, how's your Friday night? I'll probably have to catch the replay as there's a lot going on this evening, including my astronomy club." So JJ, that's awesome. You can catch the replay. That's the beauty of the podcast, and also Rich O. We're going to say he says, "Happy Friday to you." Brandy, who do you got over on your side?
We have Carl. Howdy, Carl. He said it is a sunny Saturday there, so he is obviously ahead of the time into the next day.
So we're in the past.
We also, I
said we're in the past to him. Yeah.
True. And hopefully it stays sunny over here. I'm tired of the rain. And then we also have Stephanie, and she's taunting me and said that I lost at Uno too when we were on the little family trip. I did lose a few times at Uno, so yeah. And then we have PNX World, and I actually have a clip from y'all, so I actually just took it. So we'll play that. Because they said, hey, was too busy to send the video for the promotional items, but if you guys talk about this again, I got a video in the bag. Awesome. We look forward to it. And we still have some stuff to talk about because y'all are awesome. And yeah, good stuff.
Very cool. Over here on Instagram, I don't want to forget these guys here because I don't always get to follow along with the chat on Instagram, but we're going to do our best in the next coming weeks. We're going to make it so Brandy and I can both see everybody's chats on both channels and pull them up on the screen and do all that fun stuff. I'm working on it. The technical side of that, there's some things working on. But we're streaming everywhere. Over on Instagram, GSpend33 is over there. We have Ian Bennett 2025, I think it is. It's Rad Bash and Wicked Tundra is over there right now on Instagram, and welcome to the show. She says howdy. I'll say welcome. How's that sound?
Howdy.
All right. What should we do? What do you want to do first? Do you want to kind of should we do the news? Let's do the news really quick. What do you think?
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and start that off. Everyone knows the news of. Sadly, we have.
Wait. We got to run our bumper.
Okay.
Hi, this is William Jackson from Millennium Flashbacks. You're watching the Game Masters on YouTube.
I know it's been a sad week, Brandy, for Gen Xers.
They always say it comes in waves of 3. So unfortunately, a lot of us, these 80s, 90s, Gen Xers, literally anyone who's a part of music, movies, TV shows, and wrestling, unfortunately we lost 3 of the greats there. So that was a shock. I will say that was pretty much a shock.
Yeah, and even if you don't like the personalities, like I was never a big real Ozzy Osbourne fan, but there's no doubt that he is a staple in the rock community. I mean, he was, Michael Jackson was a pop king. Ozzy's right there, on the rock scene. Like I would dare to say he's the father of rock and roll on that space. And then we all grew up watching the Cosby Show, right? I mean,
sure did.
Malcolm, it's just sad that, he got caught up in a rip current. And then, of course, even if you're not a wrestling fan, everybody knows Hulk Hogan from movies. I mean, there's just so many movies that he's been in, to professional wrestling, being one of the greats.
Shaping wrestling, and even their sitcom that they had. I mean, I watched Ozzy's.
Yeah.
The Osbournes, and then I watched Hulk Hogan's, and then I even watched I think his daughter had like a spinoff. It was like Brooke Hogan Knows Best.
Yep.
So like I remember growing up with all this stuff, and it's always just disheartening when, we all know we're all getting older and we all know everyone's getting up there in age, but it's always shocking when things like this happen.
And you know what the sad part is? I don't think we're done yet. I know that, and I know this doesn't pertain to video games, but it is kind of in this niche, if you will.
Yes.
Dolly Parton's not doing good. She's got cancer, as well as Phil Collins. Phil Collins is in, he has a hospice. So another great drummer slash musician. Brandy, I don't think the Gen Xers. I don't think we're done yet with the fatalities or the deaths that are going to be unfolding. Not to try to be the downer here.
No, I know. I figured we'd start off with it. That way it'll be, a little different, here.
Absolutely. So enough of that. We wish their families, prayers and everything, and in this troubling time. But I was about to issue you some prayers because of what was going on when you went down to Siege. So why don't we get in and talk a little bit about your trip to Siege and what happened there?
So love the convention. Definitely one of my tops. One of my favorites. Love it. But it sounds like everything was out to get me. Yeah. So we did the podcast and then it poured down rain. So then I was worried about, rain and all of that before I left because I just didn't want to leave and come back to like a mess,
Mm-hmm.
So luckily everything was fine with that. But then because of that, I stayed up a little late.
Wait. Back up. What happened 5 minutes after you got off the podcast?
Oh yeah, the power went out.
Yeah.
The power literally went out for I want to say 20 seconds or something. And right as I said the power went out, it came back on. So it's a good thing that we ended when we did, because I would have just disappeared off the podcast. I would have ghosted y'all and not came back.
She messaged me. She said, "You're never gonna believe this, but the power went out." I was like, "No way!" It's like, you gotta. What about timing, right?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then of course, late start, and it's already 8.5 hours away. And then when you hit traffic in every single state, rush hour traffic, oh man, it was rough getting there. But I will say that other than that hotel fiasco of them trying to put us into a different room that was already used.
I thought you just told me Stephanie just didn't make the bed. I thought that no.
Oh, it was rough.
It was bad.
She even said in the chat, yeah, fun times over here. I mean, that was rough. But I will say, once we got to the convention, everything just it was like a weight lifted off my shoulder. It was just, everything just kind of calmed down. It felt like I was meant to be there. Siege was looking up. Austin is amazing. He's one of my favorites. He was more than willing to help in any which way that he possibly could. With the whole situation.
I heard you met somebody in the parking lot, right there on the lower third there.
Oh yeah.
CNC Games CEO, Mr. Kevin.
Yeah. No, it was definitely insane. I will say that. And he is awesome. So we played a little joke on you that we have a little clip of. So we'll have to share that clip later. The one that I took of lovely Mario.
What are you doing to me, Ahmer, here? What's going on here?
Yeah, but once I got there,
she bought
everyone
it. I knew
fantastic.
she bought it. She bought it.
Oh man,
this is what I know.
The jokes were rolling all the time, the whole time at the convention. Everyone was like, he's been asking for that Mario. You better buy it. I was like, maybe I should.
It's funny. I watched Votaries coverage, and I heard Kevin in the background on the part where he goes up to his booth. Kevin's just like, "That's the Mario that Tech Buzz wants," and Marcus is like, "Dude, I should FaceTime him right now, standing next to it, and being like, look what I got." I was like, "Y'all got it in for me for this thing."
It was like a running thing. Everyone was saying that.
Listen, when you guys see it, you'll understand why I want it. Okay, I'll just say that much.
No, I mean, he has some of the coolest stuff. Like, if I could get some more wall space, he did actually gift me something too. So I'm working on something so I can pull that out. I have to get a little something together before I put it on. But I do have something in the works of that. So you guys will have to stay tuned for that. But yeah, he has some of the most amazing like retro designs, like vintage style, like the Mario, Luigi, and that Link. Like those were beautiful, amazingly priced, and for someone who has wall space, a different space in their game room, I mean, those are like top-notch things. Like I wanted all of them. So the second I can rework some room in the game room, y'all know, when I can make some some space, I have to pick up something because the Mario, like the vibrant colors of that and like what he actually used to like model that off of, like
You're not
just
getting it.
amazing.
You're
Like
not
that's
getting it.
so amazing.
You're not allowed to.
Like
You're not allowed to get. If you guys haven't seen it, if you go on either my Instagram or you look at my game room tour, you'll see the 3-foot Mega Man that he made that I bought, and some of the little Marios. But the Mega Man is always a topic, Brandy, when they come into the game room. My littlest daughter, Sophia, she's almost she'll be 2 in January. I can't believe I'm saying that. Um, she always wants to come down and say hi to Mega Man because he's just a little bit taller than her, but she goes up to him and talks to him as if he can talk back. Like she thinks it's the greatest thing. So, but you'll see Kevin also owns a store. You'll see that later on in the program here. So you got in the siege. You made my life miserable by getting everybody to try to buy that Mario and tease me with the Mario. And you probably ended up buying it because you buy everything else at the store, or at the conventions. You got in there. Were you at ease finally then? Once you got in there, you got set up, you started hanging out with some of the other content creator friends of ours, and how was the convention once you got going?
no, I mean once everything picked up, like always like the setup day is always like hectic because everyone's running around, they're trying to get things set up. And I mean I just had like a little table set up. So it wasn't anything too, challenging. It was just some perler beads, some merch, and then some like duplicate and toys and stuff that just didn't quite fit in the collection. So like I didn't really have a crazy, elaborate setup like some of these guys. And I definitely understand why it takes, like a full day to set up or even like the morning of people were setting up. But just once you get there and you can kind of start to see how everything is at a video game convention, like it is just so amazing and the community comes together. Everyone is super nice. People are coming over and they're chatting with you. Some people that you know, but some people that you're meeting for like the first time. And it is just so insane because there were so many YouTubers and not just like huge ones either, like a whole variety. Like Austin doesn't care what size you are, anything like that. I felt like everyone feels like a family. Everyone comes out, everyone's running up to you, giving you a hug. They're checking in on your family and, like even people like in the chat here and stuff. Thomas, Millennial Collector Ohio, he just popped in and said, howdy y'all. Even PNX World, like, just insane. LL Cool Games is over here. I mean, seeing all them and just catching up when you can. And, we got even more people joining in like Mr. Gretzky, but it really does feel like this big community, this big family. And it's just exciting because you want to see all the cool stuff. And then next thing you know, you start to see things that you want and you're like, oh, what am I going to buy this year?
That's why like recently, unless I'm looking for like a heavy, like I believe it or not, I go looking for stuff like Kevin sells or other people that are selling. That's why I think today's show's, really, really good. It's just like right up my alley because more and more as I've been going to conventions, I'm looking for those obscure or even those decorations that you can put in your game room because unless you started way back when to start collecting this stuff or stumbled upon a Toys R Us going out of sale, out of business, Brandy, and then picked up one of those Marios like you have that they now sell for between $10,000, $15,000 or $20,000. You don't have money for something like that is a conversation piece where something like Kevin has with the Mario that's a conversation. People come in there with the Mega Man. It grabs everybody's attention. It kind of puts everything together. But you also had I think it was a fan of yours. They came up to you at Siege. Is that PNX World? Is that how that works?
Yeah, so they're friends, and they're content creators as well. They're in my chat over here.
Okay.
They came up. We do have a clip of that. What do you want for it?
Just give it away.
I told you.
I want to give it away. You want it?
I'm making an executive decision. I'm vetoing my husband. That's yours now. Enjoy.
My favorite. I grew up with Tony Hawk.
Me too.
So like, when I got the N64 for Christmas, I have a picture of me, like as a kid, and the whole stack is there. It's a jungle green N64 with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 in the box, and I have that like childhood to this day, and that's my childhood jungle green N64 and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Well, nice.
Like, I just live streamed this the other day, and I couldn't put it down.
Yeah, we just bought it and she's been playing it. We bought it for the Switch with the board. It looks so
It's so sick. Well, it's funny because I have similar stuff with my dad because like he worked a ton when I was growing up, and that would be like what we did together. We'd play PlayStation 1, Tony Hawk Pro Skate, and like, do you remember like what's it called? Help me. Like where you do the letters house. Yeah, we would change it to our dog. We'd be like mug breath. Like we would just always. It was so stupid.
Look at that. Something from that we picked up is gonna be a Gamers collection. That is awesome.
It's going to a good home.
I'm definitely excited. I think I could like.
It's double-sided.
Like the door or something.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yay! No, I was super thrilled, and once again, thank you guys so much. We just like bonded over, the Tony Hawk games. Growing up, playing those, on the N64, the PlayStation 1, just reliving all those memories and moments, and then even, streaming a little bit on my channel, and I'm gonna play through the fourth one next. But this game came out not too long ago. A lot of people pre-ordered the game. They got the board with it. I did the same thing with the first one as well. And I have that skateboard already hung up, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But they thought of me. And that was really cool. I definitely appreciate that because I love Tony Hawk Pro Skater stuff. I love Tony Hawk Underground stuff. You'll also see something else. Like, I feel like having that as a kid, it just brings back so many memories. And then the music to this day still shaped everything. Playing these games, picking them up, still being good at them, and then just wanting even more like promo stuff.
Now, do they have a channel that people like? Even in my chat, since they're in your chat. Even myself, I'd have to go. I want to go check it out. What's their channel?
It's PNX, and then it'll be World.
Okay.
So definitely check them out. They went to Siege as well. They have some content already out on that, and they just find some cool stuff too. Super nice, super sweet, both of them, and definitely worth checking out.
All right, so I think I found it. Let's see if I can pull that up here for us. I believe this is it. There we go. And so I'm gonna hit subscribe. I'm gonna subscribe to them because this will be what I'll do after the show tonight. I always love finding new content creation and content creators out there myself. We always sit there. Do you ever notice that people always say, "Oh, subscribe to me, subscribe to me, subscribe to me." But then nobody ever wants to go and subscribe to other people. And so I'm one of those guys like you, Brandy. I like to go check out other channels and subscribe to them and watch. Hey, thanks, Jason Little Alien, in my chat room for putting it up there. I can also put it on the screen now that he's done that. This is hard to do when this is a two-man operation right now. We got Brandy on one side and me on the other and doing the production. So it helps when the chat room gets involved like this. It's awesome, Brandy, when we can pull that up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that you were able to connect with them and find something that you wanted. And you had so tell me about you want me to play the Tony Hawk?
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about this.
So this I just grabbed some quick footage of it, but this is an actual store display, a huge banner for the PS2, Xbox, Nintendo GameCube. Tony Hawk's Underground. It's a double-sided banner. It has another game on the other side. But like getting that poster and then having like this banner, then having the skateboards, having all the games for the, literally every console, having multiples of that, like that just like means something to me. And stumbling into that poster or that banner that I got, I think I paid, was it like 10, 15 or $20
You're gonna make us all cry is
for it?
what you're gonna do.
Yeah. Like it literally was like so cheap. I just had to drive like 40 minutes away and this guy had it and it's you could tell it's like my entire size. Like I was holding it. So it's a huge banner. It's like more than
Wow.
5 feet tall.
Very cool. Very so what you're saying here. So let me just preface this to the audience here on everybody's channel here. I just want to say this right now. If you came for a half an hour podcast, well, you're wrong. You might as well get your coffee, get your tea, get whatever it is that you drink, because we're going to be at least an hour and a half here. Because Brandy, when she goes to a convention, it's like letting a vampire loose in a blood bank. Okay, she is going. I have a lot of pickup videos in here, not only for like, and I thought I had a lot of stuff, and I didn't even go to the convention. Yeah. Dude, that is super cool. My question to you, though, is where are you going to be putting these things? Like, you mentioned earlier about having wall space. That's something us gamers, it's hard to come by. Where are you going to put this? I know you got less room than I do.
I know. I'm working on it. I intend one day to like get more space set up in the garage, and then I can hang up some of those big banners that you'll see even more of in this video / podcast / episode. But at least that poster that they gave me, I think I have like a spot on like one of the doors or something where I could kind of put that for now, until a better spot opens up, and then eventually like once I get frames and things like that done. So
okay,
I'm gonna find the room,
So
I'm gonna try my best.
So I see the next video in here is my Mario. So I don't want anybody getting any ideas here. We're gonna play this. It's a quick 11-second clip that Brandy took. I want to hear what's going on with this.
So this guy's gonna be sold. You might have missed out.
You did it, didn't you? You bought it. You bought you. Kevin gave you a ridiculous deal on it, and you bought it, didn't you? Because now he's going to have to make another one. Because I know I want one.
I think it did move. I think it did go. It was not me, but at that.
Oh no,
time,
he didn't sell it. He told me he didn't sell it unless you bought it.
I don't know.
Anyways, guys, you can see now why I really want this. Like when I saw Mega Man, it was funny because people were coming over to my broadcast station at Cleveland Gaming Classic. What was it, a year ago? And
yeah.
I saw this, and Kevin's like, I really don't want to take this home. And I was like, he made it a price, and then I countered it, and I was like, man, I really want to be at this price. And he's like, all right, I'll help you out. I'll give it to you. And he did. And like me and my son, you should have saw it when we were trying to take this thing home. We were like positioning it in the truck so it didn't like scared to death that this thing was gonna like break, but it didn't. I just love it, man. I think this is for anybody's game room, and you're gonna see Kevin's store in a little while. But if you would have picked that up, I probably would have cried. I really would have. I probably would have like, really? How could you do that?
No, I didn't. I just did the torment video because I was gonna send it to you like throughout it, and then I was like, no, I'll wait.
No, because I would have been blowing up your phone. I would have been sitting there like, what?
How could you? Oh man.
Oh no, it sounds like you had a great time in Caesar. I'm gonna have to definitely look at possibly going down next year, taking the family down, and checking it out, walking around, doing the YouTube thing, having a good time with it. I will say this. I was really impressed with the shirt that Austin had. The South by it kind of looked like Donkey Kong, but it said South. It said Siege.
Yeah, that
South
was
by...
really cool.
I thought that was cool.
That was, and really cool thing with that was you could just see him. You could spot him anywhere. So that's really helpful.
Kevin, if you would have done that, and she took the video, you would have sold me on it. You would have like I would have been like, oh my gosh, she bought it. You're not kidding. She bought it.
He did. He was like, "We should move it down to your booth." And I was like, "I don't want to give him a heart attack over it." And then it was just so great. Like everyone was like egging it on at one point. It was really fun.
To be fair, let me just say, to be fair, if it was going to go to anybody else's home, I would love to, for Brandy to get it. I can't complain because she's got pretty much a museum there, anyways. Like, I wouldn't be too upset. I would just be like, Kevin, you got to make me a new one. You got till Cleveland to make me one. That's just like I asked him today. I called him on the phone today, and I was like, so how much? And he gave me a price, and I was like, okay, I just want to know what I'm getting into. And he's like, it's not a big deal if it doesn't sell. It's a big, traffic getter, for my booth. But I think I'm going to try to do what I can to get some money together to get this. Like, if that's the only thing I get at Cleveland, you just don't know. But there's other things that I need to get to. My keychain broke, actually. I had to super glue it. It was I think I sat on it or something caught it. I don't know, it was kind of weird. I had a Castlevania 2 one, so I want to pick up another one of those but something like that. But yeah. So what else did you pick up here? I mean, I'm scared. I'm scared for not only the audience, but I'm scared because you had such a rough time getting there, but it seems like your luck turned around once you got there.
Yeah, it sure did. It definitely turned around. I mean, I got that amazing poster, and then I actually picked up like some games, so I will have some videos coming on that Super Nintendo games. I picked up a heavier game on the N64, Japanese, exclusive. So now I think I only have like 16 left for the worldwide set.
So what game was it? What game was it?
You'll have to stay.
Oh, come on. Guys, I tried.
They do have the successor to that game on the Wii. So there's a little hint.
What's it called? Heavier Part 2?
No.
Oh. What's going on, Galaga Guy in the chat room? What's going on? We have Insane. Let's see here. Insane D Gamer 1. We missing you at Gaming on Expo. Wait. Nice seeing you, Brandy. We miss you on Gaming on Expo.
Yeah, Game on Expo out in Arizona.
Yes, that's one. Remember we talked about that was one that I think we both said would be one that I know you've been there, but that's one I want.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back though. It was a fun
with
time.
John. Yep.
Very hot.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about it.
Hot. Yeah, it's a dry heat too. It's different.
Galaga Guy, I will be at CGC. I've been trying to get Brandy to change her mind, and I told her she could just camp out in my booth there since it's big enough with the broadcasting. But yeah, you guys on her side in her chat room, you're gonna have to tell her you want her to go so we can do a podcast live from CGC. But not that I'm gonna pressure anybody or do any of that.
We'll work on. We got to work on something.
So what else? We got some videos here that you want to show here. We've got. Do you want me to start playing like the home front here? So.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Because we can talk. You can talk over it here. What? So tell us what is this?
So thanks to my buddy Chase, Riley Retro Gamers, or Raleigh, how they say it there in North Carolina.
Raleigh.
He actually hooked me up with a bunch of banners. So that is coming soon in a video. But these are huge Walmart store display banners that you could not buy. Most of the time they were thrown out. And this one as well for Spec Ops: The Line. He gave me like quite a few of them. So there was also a really cool one.
So these are vinyl.
Yeah, these are nice. It's like if they feel like real thick, sturdy.
Oh, nice.
You don't have to worry about them like ripping or like really like getting damaged, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they have like those thick like
those grommets.
Like the little yeah. That way you can like hang the rope or string or whatever.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So he definitely hooked me up with those. He was looking to let go of a few things, and I got a Michael Jackson's, I think it's like Moonwalker or something he gave me, and then a Madden one as well. So
Stephanie comes over. She's like, yeah, more wall art.
Well, at some point, I'll just have to start swapping things out, or those will go in the garage one day, or
So Stephanie,
you
you
know.
missed the part earlier where she said it's now going to start progressing to bedrooms and on the ceilings, the kitchen, all just so she could display this massive art piece that she has, right? That's what you were saying earlier?
Yeah.
As she goes quiet. She's like, I'm not saying another word. So what are you got some kiosk promo stuff? Tell us a little bit about this stuff.
Yes,
What's
so
this?
this was actually at Siege. He said that was our best offer. I think it did go for like just a couple $100. If I would have known that, I would have made
Oh,
a bid
really?
or an offer. He just kind of started it high because he didn't know he got all of this stuff back in the day. I think from like Toys R Us or somewhere that he worked at, and this one, I have that same exact cabinet, and they have it for sale for $4,500. I have the
Oh,
same one, and I paid $200 on Craigslist years ago for it.
wow.
So
Yeah,
that's
you do
saying
have
like,
that. That's the one that folds, that flips when.
yeah,
Wow,
yep.
4,500 bucks.
I know, and I only paid like $200 for it,
Wow, that's incredible.
or
Like
it might have been less. It might have been 150.
that's pretty crazy. That's a really cool. That's a really cool piece. Galaga guy in the chat room, he said, never understood that about stores. Won't sell it to you, won't give it to you, but instead let's throw it in the trash.
Yep.
There's a store before we continue with some of her stuff because she's got some really cool stuff. Brandy, one of the things with the new Switch 2 release was, anybody that's gone into Walmart, you see those cardboard pieces that are over top of the metal detectors or
Yeah.
the stands that are in the electronics department that, Mario Kart World. I went into like 5 Walmarts and they all told me, no, they have to be destroyed. It's a contract that they have with Nintendo. I went to one Walmart, which is probably about 20 minutes from my house, and they said, yeah, sure, I don't see why we couldn't give it to you. Now
Oh
they
wow.
didn't give them to me yet.
Mhm.
But I figured I would give you one of once if they end up giving me, because I told them I wanted you see those end signs that they put in for like the shelving and stuff. I don't know if you've seen some of those
Mhm.
that they made for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I
Yeah.
was like, I don't need two of the the metal detectors cardboards, because it's
Yeah,
like,
they're pretty large.
yeah, they're large, but I didn't want her thrown away, so I told her I wanted
Mhm.
everything, and my wife goes, well, what are you gonna do? I said, well, I'll give Brandy, some of the stuff too, so she can put it in her game room if she doesn't already get it. But I'm like, I don't want to see the stuff get destroyed, and that's what people aren't
Exactly.
understanding with this. That's why you're getting this stuff. That's why we're
Mhm.
kind of discussing this tonight, right?
Yeah, because that's why we're calling it, trash or treasure. It's like literally just insane that places will dispose of this stuff. It's like
It's
a
ridiculous.
lost art form. Like people don't think of like games and things like that, but it literally is. It's like a part of us growing up, our childhood. It's a part of those memories, and you know, it, it's just how it is. Companies will do that. I see the question there. Why
Y-
do you think companies ask these get destroyed? I mean, that's what they do. It's like it's kind of part of that. Like they don't want people selling them
Because they don't
and
want you making
profiting.
money, right? They don't want you
Yeah,
making money.
so they'd rather just destroy it so no one gets them. Like if I can't have it, no one else can.
And I think there's something too with the intellectual property of it. Like if you noticed,
Mhm.
Brandy, I was showing you earlier today that
Mhm.
kiosk that guy wanted $900. It was a Switch kiosk, but like the
Yep.
Switch on the if anybody knows the Switch kiosk on the translucent side where the game would be, right above it, it says Switch 2. That was punched out or destroyed, and then down along the bottom, the word Nintendo was smashed out of it, and the guy was trying to tell me, he's like, oh, well, you can get that 3D printed and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, but as a collector, you want it original. You don't want that stuff punched
Mhm.
out. And, but Nintendo's theory is, well, if you want the kiosk, you can have it, but you're not getting our logos, our branding, anything like
Yep.
that. And I feel like, is it just me or is it really Nintendo that does this more so than any other company?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Nintendo does that a lot because I don't know, like I've stumbled upon, that PS4 kiosk one time out by the dumpster at the back, and they were told to destroy that, so Sony. But like Xbox, I've seen a lot of people get those. Like they don't seem to care as much. But Nintendo, I feel like they're always pretty hard. Like you have to know a person or get in somewhere. So maybe it is more so Nintendo, I'd say.
Yeah, it seems that
Mhm.
way. Let me get back to pulling up we'll keep these going here. Virtual Boy. Now, this is something I don't have, but I intend to get one at some point. But $6,000.
I know that was insane to see, and it fully works. And I mean, it has like that light at the top. It has that little Nintendo like sign at the top. So like it's all there. It's just so insane to see. And people are paying these prices too. So like that's kind of driving the demand. Like it's not like you could just find hundreds of them out there because back then people weren't collecting them as much as they do now. Like Switch kiosks are everywhere. I feel like everyone and their mom has a Switch kiosk.
Not according
But
to that guy that I talked to today. He said they're so rare, and I'm like, bro, you don't know what rare is, man.
I know, but it's like Virtual Boy. How many people do you know that have one of those? There
No.
are a couple different models, but it's like other than like seeing that one in person, I saw one at a game store.
Do you remember KB Toys? I mean, you were
Yeah.
around for KB Toys. Okay.
Yep.
I
we had
remember
one.
when I was probably, I want to say 10 or 11, maybe even 12. KB did a sale on the Virtual Boy when they were kind of done with it. They were asking $15 on clearance for it, and the games were like $1 or $2 a piece, and like I wanted to buy it. And my dad was like, "Why do you want to buy this? They're obviously getting rid of it. It's not like had I gotten that, and I was going to buy a couple of them because at the time I started understanding collecting, and I was just going to keep it. Could you have seen if I would have kept one like sealed or something like that, or just kept it like games even? Like I look back and had I known then what I know now, man, it's just crazy, right?
We would all be rich. Like
We'd all be rich.
I would have been like, "Sorry, parents, I don't want to eat tonight. Can we go buy me a video game and I keep it sealed and hold it for my future?" Like,
So I want to know where did you put this one at?
oh, I didn't get that. I wanted to.
The Star
Oh
Fox.
man.
Is that the one from the and the GameCube Kiss? Is that the Star Fox from our seller that comes up from Florida? Is that his? Because I know he has a Star
No.
Fox like that.
I don't know if he bought it from him, but
Oh.
this guy had it at his booth. It's a different guy.
Okay.
And I think Retro Rick was even saying he wanted that. Like he wanted to go home with that.
What was the price? What's the price on that? Do you know?
Was it might have been 10,000 or 8,000 or something.
I was gonna say those are like, I think he said they were like one or two of a kind. There's not many of those out
Yeah, there's
there.
like a handful of them, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy to see. I wanted that too. I wanted everything.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you want everything here. Let's see here. Insane D Gamer says I got a life-size Spider-Man from Blockbuster from the Trush when they closed my nearest store 8 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Well, just wait. We put it out there to the community. We said, hey, send us like some of your promotional items and things, and we all think we got some special stuff, but honestly, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. But I think I would have thought Brandy's gonna win this one, but I actually think Kevin's gonna win this one with his submission. I think he's gonna win the person with the best promotional items. I really do. I think you'll agree with me later on when you see his. Not trying to
no,
hype it up, but I
I'm
am
all
trying to
for
hype
it. I'm all for it. I want to see because then that's more stuff I got to look out for.
Oh, 100%. So I'm going to throw it your way like that and tease you with that a little bit like you did me.
Uh-huh.
What do we got? Woody here. What is this?
I know. I thought about actually picking that up too. I should have.
I'm surprised you didn't because you're into the toys and
I
stuff.
know. I wanted to, but by the time I made it around.
What were they asking for?
Dude, I think like $50 for the set.
Oh, that's
I
not
should have
bad.
just bought it. Yeah. because they're not like standees or anything. I think they actually go on that Sega cabinet that I have downstairs, like the glass ones that I got from Siege a couple years back. I think they like tape it to it, and then like the other thing like folds and goes on like the shelf.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just promotional stuff for that cabinet.
So Kevin says in the chat room, CNC Games, he says the Star Fox is even rarer than the Marios or the Pikachus. Yeah, the Pikachu is rare too, but I don't know what the count is on that. Somebody could find that out in the chat room. That would be awesome, because I know you'd probably like to have that on the recording for those listening on the audio version of this, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, man, it would be really
Look at this
cool
guy,
to find a
Mr.
Pikachu.
Mr. Deep Pockets. I didn't see that, but if I did, I probably would have bought it. You would have been fighting him out the door. It would have been him and Retro Rick getting into a scrapping battle, right?
Oh, that would have been fun to watch.
All right. So if anybody's not sure what we meant when we said about promotional items, we still want you guys to send in, even next week, the week after, right, Brandy? We want people to send in promotional items that you found really cool. And don't be afraid to take one of them and tell us the story behind it, where you got it, how did you get it, even what you paid for it and what it's worth, because it's always fun to see these types of items make us a little jealous a little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
Get them deals.
Get those deals. That's right. And we want to see your game rooms. You know, we're going to keep putting this out there every week. I know you feel the same way. We don't care how big, how little. Tell us a story. If it's little and you've got curated stuff, we want to know. We want to hear about it. We want to hear the story. A lot of you guys have been doing it, so we're really, really excited about that. Even if you have an arcade or something, maybe that's your cup of tea.
Yeah, something different. Let's see it all.
We want to see it all. Send it in. You can send it to Brandy or myself either through Facebook, Instagram. You can email us. The best thing to do is shoot it widescreen and send it to us in a Dropbox link or a Google Drive. If you're not very good with that, we can kind of work with you to do it, but we want to see it on a future episode. So what I did a little bit different than Brandy did. I actually talked on the video just because I have so many small things, Brandy, that you're going to see in this video of some of the promotional items that I have. Maybe you've seen them in my room tour. All right, since we're talking about promotional items, I want to show some of the promotional items that I got. I got this Donkey Kong barrel. When you pre-ordered Donkey Kong, the Donkey Kong Country Returns, you got this with your pre-order. That was from GameStop. Another promo item, I literally just asked GameStop, do you have any promo items? And they gave me this pin set. They gave me this Hyrule Warriors keychain. And they gave me the Lords of Fallen promo item. There is I think this was from the DC Universe Kids game. I think that came in as a promo. At Christmas time, they did the Nintendo Switch and the holiday pins. And then the Sonic Superstars, this little statue piece they gave out as promotional item. The Super Mario Brothers Wonder, this was a light box. It's just like foam with the picture in there. That's very sought after. People are always looking for that. I got another set of pins. And then these are the boxing gloves. It's like a keychain from Tekken. I think it's Tekken 8, I believe. I have that. And then the last one over here I have is the keychain for Farming Simulator. Again, all these I go into GameStop and I ask, I say, hey, do you have any promotional items? And this is what they give me. More promotional items, Super Mario Brothers Wonder stickers, as well as a cardboard. It's reversible, but that's the one I have hanging up. And then I'm going to kind of do this. You probably saw this in my game room tour, but every day is Mario Day. This is the banner that they would have had at GameStop. This is also fabric. It's very sought after. The promotional item I picked up at Cleveland a few years ago is this Battlefront display. Now I did add my own LEDs because the LEDs inside will trigger with motion, but I wanted it to have it on all the time. Again, I mentioned it in my game room tour. Another promotional item is the PS4 kiosk. I have that here in my game room. as well. You can see it lit up and working on my game room tour. The promotional item, I have this poster, Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. I got that for the Switch when I pre-ordered. The promotional item, I have this poster, Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. I got that for the Switch when I pre-ordered. This Wii promotional bag. This was, I believe you could send away for it and you got it. Again, a nice rare item. Also this N64 bag I got from a friend, but this is also a promotional item that was given out back in the N64 days. This Street Fighter IV soundtrack promotional item still sealed. I got this Far Cry 6. I think this is like a magnet of some sort or pin. Yeah, it is a pin. I got that from GameStop. And then these were made, there's 3 of them that I have. This Mario Brothers one. There's this one, and then there is a Punch-Out one. And these are all lenticular, and they move, you know, and they show like different things with it. They have suction cups on the back. These are also promotional items that Nintendo did back in the day. I have some other promotional items. I've got this. It's like a banner flag from the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. This was a fabric poster that was given out with pre-orders. I've got some Assassin's Creed 3 belt buckle. I got that from a GameStop employee. You guys already saw that, the Switch 2, and then the pen. And then up here, I've got the keychain for Switch 2, and then I also have this lanyard. I have this. This is a promo item that you could only get from the Nintendo eStore if you have a certain amount of points, and this is the World Championship hat. I also have a few of these promo items. A buddy of mine gave me this, the Versus Challenge pin from back in the day of the 1990 World Championships. And then I wouldn't say this is so much of a promo item. I just thought this was kind of cool. They're hard to find. This candy jar for Super Mario Brothers 2. Here, I'm not going to bore you with everything and pull all kinds of stuff out, but the Switch 2 promo hat still with the sticker from New York. I also have this Nintendo game storage box, but these is what I came down here for, and these are the Donkey Kong Country Nintendo VHS tapes. I have 3 out of the 4. They're all in pretty good shape. The Star Fox one, so pretty cool. I'm a big Castlevania fan, so I have some Castlevania promo pins, as well as an action figure, which is really cool. I have one of these Legend of Zelda Nintendo Power Water Treasures. It's kind of like a puzzle game. This is rare. This is probably back in the, I think it's 1980 that this was available. Another promo item I have is this Bonk's Brink of Extinction picture frame. It's actually a t-shirt, but I have it in a picture frame because it's rare. There's not many of these, if not, you know, a few. This was going to be a game that was going to be on the Xbox. There's still a ROM floating around if you look for it to play this game. But yeah, this is a very, very rare promotional item. Then if you pre-ordered Cyberpunk, you got this ghoulish looking, I don't know if it's a neck chain. Either way, it stays in the box. I'm not a fan of it, but it is a promotional item. Back here I have my Call of Duty Vanguard cube. Got it from GameStop, another promotional item. They were just going to toss it. Most favorite promotional items is this Nintendo Switch Mario Odyssey tower, I guess you could call it. I put LED lights in it, so when the game room's on, everything lights up. You can see it's kind of like an egg-shaped pillar. It's double-sided, but it's a pretty cool pillar, if you will, in the game room for a promotional item. Unfortunately, it's going to be hard for you guys to see it, but I have this Mario Day. It's huge. It goes all the way over to here. I just don't have any room to display it. It's a Mario Day. It's just a piece of cardboard stand-up. And then I also have a Brock Lesnar. I just put him there because it looks cool. It looks like he's looking over the TV. But that's a standee from one of the WWE 2Ks. I think it's 18 or 19. I forget. But you can kind of see how tall it is in here. But that's the promotional items. Finally, the promotional item that I have here is the Mario Kart Deluxe 8. This is the actual display piece from McDonald's for the Mario Kart series of cars. I have every single one, but then I also have this, which is really cool. This was in the display case, so these are getting more and more hard to find as McDonald's just threw them out. So we saved all that stuff from the trash. So a lot of people were saying they liked that Star Wars display that I had. I know you said Thomas is in there. He was commenting on it.
Yeah, we were all saying how it looked familiar.
Funny story.
Uh-huh.
CGC was a couple years ago. It was up there. I think it was near your booth, or it was in your booth, or something like that. It was near it. Tom came up to me at the end, and he was just like, "Hey, somebody left that. I know you're a big Star Wars fan. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." So we stuck it in my wife's SUV. We took the front off because we didn't want to damage it. Folded it, and stuck it in there to take it home because they were just going to throw it out. Tom's like, "Well, if you don't take it, I'm throwing it out." So I was like, "Well, shoot, I'm taking it. Throw it in the back." So it's been in there. I added LEDs to it, and yeah. So that's the nice little story behind the Star Wars display.
No, everyone on my side is talking about that Bonk is rad. So we have Johnny Arcade and Dan Evil Robot saying that Bonk t-shirt, I'm glad that you put it in a picture frame. Even Thomas is saying
it's never been worn.
Shirt, oh, very nice.
Never been worn.
Yeah, everyone is super, excited to see that. And I was for sure making a list of things that I'm on the lookout now.
Well, wait a second. So now we got to go to our actual pickups because you have a few things there, and I've got some physical things that I felt like I want to get your live reaction. I want the audience to get your live reaction to some of this stuff that I think. I don't think Brandy has it, but we're gonna run our bumper here, and we're gonna do our pickups of the week. Right. So before I get into some stuff, obviously ladies first. You visited a store. Why don't you tell everybody about the store you visited on the way back from Siege, right? Time travel.
Yeah, the toy store that I went to.
That you almost the toy store that she almost bought out is more like it.
I know. So what I love doing is one, I love stumbling into things that I didn't know. Two, I love stumbling into deals that stores have. And three, I love finding video game items at toy stores because sometimes they don't specialize in that. And that's literally what happened when I went out to this toy store. So literally, I just stumbled into this. This is a video game promotional item for Final Fantasy, and this is from Circuit City. So these like weird little promotional items tells you like a game tip, and then for this Crystal Chronicles game, this is just really cool because you don't see this like weird promo stuff very often, especially from Circuit City. Hey! So this toy store had this just sitting there. They said that when they get video game stuff in, they don't really know what the stuff is. And they just kind of like mark it because they have next to nothing in it. They had it for $10. And
wow.
This is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. These are actually, I think, magnets. And it's a set that comes in this cool like little case. But my favorite part was on the back. It says exclusive offer, Circuit City. And it says these commemorative tribal tokens depict the symbols. And then it tells you a game tip on eliminating flying creatures as a part of this game. This must have been like some sort of like pre-order bonus or some sort of like item that you would get with this game. And I didn't know that these existed. I haven't seen stuff from like Circuit City in a minute. And when I look these up on eBay, they sell for like over $60 and some are listed for like over $100. Like it just depends on like the shape. And this is in really great shape. So, I mean, hey, you just stumble into some crazy finds and you never know what you might find.
Very, very cool. So you can't tell me that's the only thing you got there.
Oh, I found another video game thing.
Oh, we're gonna play this. Okay, so is it a light hitter, a heavy hitter, a medium hitter?
No, it was light. I filmed a video. I'm working on editing the footage. So everyone just stay tuned. I have tons of videos coming your way. Long
Okay.
form, short form, whatever form. We're all over the place over here. So make sure you guys stay tuned because that was a fun little store. And if you are like in the Matchbox and stuff, they had some uncut sheets and some like rare random stuff tucked in. So like you really don't want to miss out on some of these places because they have like gems all over and you might stumble into some rare stuff, especially if you just look around at some of these stores. Look high and low, look behind things. I mean, those are like some of the best ways to find some of these cool things.
Yeah, so the trick is from now on not to go to Goodwill, not to go to Salvation Army, but to go to toy stores and hoping to get game stuff because then they don't know what the cost or the price is, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right. So do you have nothing else that you want to show before I go? Because I don't know if you're going to be able to contain yourself.
No, you go.
You sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
All right, let's go. What we got?
All right, let me kind of prop this, or yeah, let me kind of get this situated here with the proper camera here. In the meantime, you don't have anything there that I thought you brought some other stuff down. I'm sorry. I thought you
I
were
have
telling
some
me.
promo stuff that I've had for a minute.
Yeah, do you want to show that while I pull up this other camera?
Yeah, let's
Let's
just
do
do one of
that.
these fun ones.
Yeah, let's. I knew you were hiding stuff over there. She's like,
I am. I'm hiding everything.
I knew it. You're over here.
So this is a pen, Donkey Kong 64.
This
came in
is
the
a
press
pen.
kit, and it kind of looks like a banana. So this is like a cool little promotional piece. Just something that you don't see every day. It came in like those big crate promotional boxes, like press kits. And then I know you were showing some cool pins that I want now, but I recently got these at a different convention. This one is
nice.
Mario Hoops 3-on-3, Nintendo DS. So I just love it. It's really cool. It says 2006. Man, that is so little.
Yeah, I know. I had to usually get the reading glasses out for that stuff.
This one I don't see a year on it. It just says like parts number. But this is a Nintendo Wii one. So you have Mario Strikers Charged. So definitely cool. I love the artwork and like the art styles on these. And even like these pins. A lot of these are given out to employees at the stores to promote the games. And this one we have for the GameCube, Star Fox.
Very cool.
So that one's actually really cool looking. Star Fox Assault. And then I have another Nintendo branded one for the Nintendo 64. We have Diddy Kong Racing.
You need to do a pin wall.
We really do, because
that would look cool on display
somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where they all went. I know I have like a Mad World one for the Wii. I feel like some of my stuff is in boxes in a closet, so I really need to go through that.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
All right. Yeah, let's see.
Okay. So, do you know anything about European NES kiosks?
Everything I know is from what I've learned from you.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the M82?
Yes.
Okay. So this cartridge, this is just a strict golf cartridge, but what makes it worth money is the Bandai sticker that's on it. And not only that, which makes it rare. This was actually one of the actual carts that were in an M82 over in the UK, and this is a PAL version of the game. So you can see that it is European. You can see by the sticker in the back. This one, I got it off of a guy that usually deals at conventions, but you know I've been going for the complete North American collection of NES, so I figured this is something I had to add. This is a promotional item. I had to add it to the collection because you don't see this anywhere. Like, you can't just go and buy this anywhere. Like, like, you know what I'm talking about. It's not like a demo. Like some conventions you can find like demo discs and stuff, but this is like kind of as rare as they come with, you know, like when you find kiosk specific. I mean, how hard is it for you to find like a kiosk specific disc for like even like your Station 4 or something like that? Like you really got to search for that kind of stuff. Like you just don't just find it, right?
You do. You have to search, and then you have to spend the money.
Well, so yeah, I paid $200 for this. So, and
Dang.
we think it's worth a lot more than that.
It is.
But if anybody has any information on it, I would love for you to tell me, because the only information I have is from one of the viewers. He left a comment, and that's how we were able to determine what it was from. But if you know about this, I would love to know and be able to eventually do a video on this and actually educate people. But I have to be educated first because I don't know a total history about this. So that's one of the promotional items that I have. You and we talked about this, and I actually got it.
Nice.
This is obscure. Wow. This is very rare, and Brandy knows it's very rare because when we were trying to look up the value of this, we could not find it. And this is brand new in the sense of this, Brandy. Check this out. It still has
even better than what the picture looked like.
It still has the tag that is not ripped. So if I got one of those hangers, like if I took it to Walmart or something, they could put it back on here, which is what I'm thinking about doing, because it's not ripped. So it has the actual original tag. And what we found with this, and I should say Brandy found it, that this seems to be a European,
I think so,
promotional item for Sonic and Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
They had a backpack. I think you found the article. I was trying to find the picture of the article that you sent me. But what were they selling this for originally? Like, what was it, $25 or $30? And then the backpack was like $50 or $60.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, like the stitching on everything like this is just going to sit in the game room.
That looks so much better than those pictures you sent. That looks even better.
Yeah. I paid $50 for it.
That's a real good deal.
But the guy told me, he says, make me an offer. I figured $50 is fair because it's a little bit over what they wanted when it was new, and it's 30 years old.
And you're gonna cherish it. It's not like you're like, flipping this stuff.
No, absolutely not. I'm not flipping this. So this goes into part of the pickups.
Very nice.
The other thing I picked up, you need some of these for the game room. Okay. I
was like, what we got here? Very cool.
Very, 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 very fun Mario Brother dishes.
That's neat.
This is something else I picked up. Just came out, I believe, yesterday or today. Yesterday, I think it was. Yesterday it came out. So Switch 2. Okay. So it'll be on. And I want to put this out there in case I just learned about this stuff a couple weeks ago. Nintendo Force magazine. Have you checked this out? Have you seen this?
No, I saw you post about it, so I need to check it out.
This is essentially like if anybody's interested or curious. I have no sponsorship. I paid for these magazines. I paid for subscription. They do it through Patreon. So it's called Nintendo Force. If you go to Nintendo Force, I believe it's nintendoforce.com. It's basically like they picked up where Nintendo Power left off. So if you are a Nintendo fan and you want a specific Nintendo magazine,
nice,
pick this up. It's very inexpensive, and I believe you get one every other month. Like these two I bought because I wanted the beginning of the Switch, May, June, and this one's May, June, and the other one's July, August. So my subscription, I'll be able to get one for September, October. But I mean, honestly, if you remember like the old school Nintendo Power magazines with the comics and stuff, let me see if I can pull this open. Like you've got, look at Brandy, you got like the comics in here. There's like one with like Donkey Kong and stuff, just like you would find in Nintendo Power.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I know I'm looking them up. They're only like $2.99 a piece.
It is. So I bought these loose copies, and I subscribed to the yearly, which I definitely wanted to do, but I wanted to check out these magazines before, before my other one got here. So I thought that was a good. I thought that was a really, really good deal.
Yeah, I might have to order a few. Some are like $1.99. The newer ones are $2.99. That's interesting. You learn something new every day.
I learned about it. I can't take credit for it. I learned about it from one of my commenters on my YouTube video. He said, since you like a lot of these physical magazines, have you checked out Nintendo Force? And I was like,
Nice.
I never heard of Nintendo Force. And so if you're a collector, it's definitely, like, the articles are really interesting. That's why I wanted to read them too. And Jason Little Alien in my chat room put it up there so your chat room can see. This is the link to it, NintendoForceMagazine.com. Again, I've never spoken to the guy. Again, it was just something that, I paid for, so I don't want people to be like, "Oh, you're sponsored." That's what. No, but it's really, really cool.
Very cool.
So, if you guys want to check that out, so that's what I got for this week, Brandy. That was my
Nice.
pickups. So,
Well, I did have this. Now that you brought it up with the, I just pulled this from my actual kiosk. But like you're saying, these things just get so difficult to find, and I see these more than the Nintendo Entertainment System ones. But this right here, the interactive
that's cool.
multi-game demo disc. So this is for the kiosk. This was October 2001 for display only, not for resale. So this is actually for the Nintendo GameCube kiosk. So I actually scored this with it, and it's pretty cool. Some of these are worth a lot of money, especially the Pokemon ones. But like that stuff, like you said, it's not very often that you see them at conventions. And if you do, you definitely have to pay up for that stuff. And then,
do you have any of the kiosk specific consoles in your collection at all? Do you know, like PlayStation 4's kiosk had a specific system that was just for the kiosk.
yeah, some of them I do have, like PS1. I have it in there. Because some will play regular games and some won't. So, like, GameCube kiosk, I have the GameCube system. I think that plays all. There's some that don't play.
I think PS4 is one that doesn't play. You have to just use the disc that.
Yeah.
And that's hard. Both of them are hard to find, and if you find them, they're like $400 or $500.
Yes. Yeah, I can't remember which ones do or don't. I know whichever ones didn't play, I swapped some out, and I have those systems somewhere. Some I never had the system with it. So it just kind of depends on which kiosk I have. Yeah.
Very, very cool. So on that note, we are going to get into what we're playing this week. And also, guys, you don't want to miss it. We've got some video game store tours in a little bit, and also a game room tour that one of our viewers sent in. So let's take a look at now what we're playing this week. All right, Brandy. So what the first thing, at least for me, and I know this is not going to probably come as a surprise to anyone, but Donkey Kong Bonanza is, in my opinion, as well as other people's opinions, is probably going to be the game of the year. I'd be surprised if it wasn't at least nominated, right, for the Switch 2. If you guys haven't checked it out, if you don't have a Switch 2, Brandy, you need to get the Switch 2 and play this game. I love busting her chops with this because she's on the fence. But that game, that's what I've been playing this week along with Fantasy Life. And now I'll be playing that other Mario Jamboree. But yeah, it's a good game. I find it fun. It gets harder as you go. But if you're on the fence about getting Donkey Kong Bonanza, I suggest picking it up. It's going to kind of suck you in. The gameplay, the mechanics, everything's very easy. But it makes it fun. So you, on the other hand, you have a very interesting one.
I took it back. I took it back old school. I would love to get a Switch 2. I can't find them in stores, and I refuse to buy one secondhand at the moment.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, and then we have Marbs in the chat saying she is not the only one on the fence about the Switch 2. So, I mean, yeah, I feel like a lot of people are just waiting for a few more games, waiting for them to become more available. Maybe like a different bundle set or something. But yeah, taking it back old school here. Here we go. I finally got it.
Oh, the House of the Dead for Sega Saturn. So
Yes.
what is so special about this?
So this was the last light gun game that I needed on the Sega Saturn. System that I absolutely love. I grew up playing. My cousins, I would go over their house, we'd play, all of this. And this is just a cheesy game. Like, if you listen to the gameplay, it's like they're saying thank you as you have to rescue them, and just something about these light gun games. And stay tuned, because I'll have a video on these coming soon, now that I have all of them. See, I like to own my games and get a chance to actually kind of play them a little bit before I just try to throw together some sort of
a review
or something. Especially when it comes to light gun games, because they're so easy to set up, especially on Saturn kiosk.
Let's bring this up. You just said in there they like to say thank you and stuff. The other game that does that now that I think about that is Metal Slug. When you rescue one of what is with it? The games back in the 90s when you rescue they're like thank you. I don't get it.
I know, Carnival, you're literally shooting the bad guys, and they're like, "Thank you."
So Stephanie says you'll probably get one for the holidays. Well,
let's hope.
Let's hope. You better be good, or Santa's not going to bring you one.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right.
People are saying that that's one of the closest to the arcade versions, and everyone loves light gun game.
So with that, is that, in your opinion, because I know it came out for the Dreamcast, in your opinion, is that your favorite version of the House of the Dead, or is that what you would consider the most closest to arcade accurate that they have out, or do you think the Dreamcast one is more arcade accurate?
Well, it's I guess it's hard to say. So I do like the Sega Saturn light guns, and I have recently played it on the Dreamcast on the kiosks, but I think I might actually enjoy it on Sega Saturn. I feel like I will. But I always like playing the House of the Dead, 2 and 3, and House of the Dead Overkill on the Wii. But something about those Sega Saturn light guns, that true to feel, because I have Virtua Cop 2, the arcade machine, and that light gun feels very similar to Sega Saturn light guns. And then even my Carnival arcade machine and Time Crisis Zone, I don't know, I really love light gun games. I know they all play they're all slightly different on things, and then even the Xbox kiosk when I play that House of the Dead on there. I mean, they all feel a little bit different, but I think you just get immersed and sucked into it. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna really enjoy the Sega Saturn with all those games. Some of them are ones that I played back in the day, my childhood days.
Yeah.
So I really think nostalgia is gonna hit.
I'm gonna have to get it. I don't have for my Saturn. I don't have a gun. I have one for the Master System, which was, I ended up getting the whole set for the Sega Master System. So I'm gonna have to be on the lookout either for that Time Crisis box set. Maybe I can pick that up, or Lethal. What is it? Lethal Force.
Lethal Enforcer.
Lethal Enforcer, and see if I can get the gun with that and play it. So you got me curious.
There's so many good ones. You got to get them all.
We got to get them all. It's like Pokemon. Got to get them all, right? All right. So let's transition now a little bit, and let's get into the show us your game room.
Hey, this is Michael Rickard from Wildcard Video Games. You are watching Game Masters on YouTube. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, this is Mike Z. This is my ultimate game room. So starting off, I've got this little TV cart. Used to have an older TV on it, but it crapped out and I wanted to replace it with something nicer. We got the Pikachu N64 with the EverDrive and an Atari 7800 in that, also with a flash drive. I use all flash drives and ODEs after a flood in 2017, and I didn't feel like packing all that stuff back up again and storing it, so I went to all flash media. Got the arcade one up, Mortal Kombat, big Mortal Kombat fan. So Got the handhelds, Hylian Shield and the Gold Zelda one. The Gold Zelda one's modded, but the mod doesn't really do a whole lot anymore. And over to the kind of main area. These are the consoles I have hooked up right now. So the Nintendo, the original NES is modded with an NES RGB, so the video output's really awesome on it. All this is running through a RetroTink, unfortunately not a 4K, but a RetroTink anyway, which work awesome. 25th anniversary Wii. Got my little bitty collection of media over here. Don't really have a whole lot of that, like I had said. The Nintendo themed couch, the arcade machine, which I built from a Menards kiosk and made that Vault-Tec themed. That's pretty fun. And then all the consoles that I do not have hooked up. Love the Mountain Dew Xbox, such a gorgeous console, and the Sharp Twin Famicom down there on the left. A couple of boxes and a few other little things. Classic PC, which is a period correct PC from about 1998. And alas, the Mortal Kombat collection. So that is every Mortal Kombat for every console ever, at least one from each region representation. So, and that's pretty much it. That's my ultimate game room. Hope you enjoy.
Love it. Love all of that stuff, especially Mortal Kombat. Literally seeing all that stuff right at the end there. So cool. Definitely an awesome setup, I will say. He actually, so this was my buddy Mike over on Instagram. He sent this to me, and it's just really cool to see. Like, I love the setup, that N64, the Pikachu one. I know. Is AOL AIM still on that computer? I mean, that was like a throwback. I feel like you could play some good stuff. I need someone to deck out my Hot Wheels PC over here with some Windows 98. I still need to.
I told you, if you make trip up, make sure you bring it with you, because I can put Windows 95 ME. We could put.
Yeah, I need to do something. I have to bring that with me.
Yeah.
Man, that's so cool to see.
The ASL. Yeah, I know everybody used to say that. You know what? I had a question. So if he's listening, is that a modified arcade 1-up? Not that that's a bad thing. I was just curious because it looks really close to. I have a lot of arcade 1-ups, so I was just curious if that was a modified one that you had over there. It looked like you had a Fallout, right? It was a Fallout.
That was cool.
Arcade. Yeah, I thought it was done.
Sort of custom, so I wonder like if it was converted out of something.
Did he convert it, or did he buy it like that? It's just curiosity. It's not a put down. It's just curiosity. It looks really nice. That's why I was just curious to see what's good, what's going on. X-Men Shadow Cat in the chat room here.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one here, you guys heard us hooting and hollering and saying, Brandy wanted to torture me with the Mario. The guy that makes the Mario, that makes all these signs, he also owns a game store called CNC Games. Well, enough chatter from me. Take a look at this.
All right, Game Masters. This is my store, CNC Games, Fremont, Ohio. You wanted to talk about promotional items. How about two Master Chief Halo 2 statues? Those might be some of the best promo items ever made, ever created. And then this might be the best one ever, the giant Mario from years ago. So those are two of my promotional items. But as you come in the store, you got PS5 on the right, and you got your Switch 2 section right as you walk in the door. Also some arcade machines. But our store is kind of known for the amount of Switch games we have. We have over 700 in stock. And yes, that is a wall of Switch. And there's some of the collector's items up top. Like I said, Switch 2 right up front. And then here's our import section of Switch games. We have, retro stuff, modern stuff, plushies, you name it. And if it's a physical game, we have it. This is just $20 and under PS4 games, PS4 section, some more plushies. We got some of our keychains, more plushies, lots of plushies. Plushies sell. PS3. This is just, it's kind of like convention style, just retro games everywhere, cartridges. The more rare stuff is in these locked up cabinets. And here's a cool promo item. How about a Toy Story prototype? And I had no idea what to price it. I'm asking $549, but there's no comp on that. So yeah, that's a cool promo item. And as we head back, more cartridges, some of the rarer Super Nintendo carts, some of the rarer stuff up on the wall. The Xbox Live logo, neon lights, kind of a cool promotional item since we're sticking with the promotional theme. Got our Game Boy games, systems, DS's, all the old school systems in boxes up top. Got our back door. Wii, got GameCube, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and regular games that are compatible. Looks like I'm missing a game right there. I gotta fill that in. PS2, all kinds of stuff. We are loaded. We've been open 21 years. We're located at 1120 Oak Harbor Road, Fremont, Ohio. PS3 section's looking pretty nice. But this is our store. We even got all the way back to Atari. So, yeah, come check us out.
All right. So the plan is, I hit him over the head, and,
Yeah.
I'll hold him down, and you make a break
Okay.
for the Sonic and take it out to the car.
Taking
Wait.
Sonic.
Oh crap!
Oh no, we're
back.
back.
We're back.
Okay.
Oh shoot!
Don't listen to our plan. We are not taking the Sonic statue at all, or the PlayStation 1 cabinet. We're not taking any of that stuff. No one heard any of that.
He's like, I can hear this. We got to definitely, Kevin. You gotta. The next big project that you got to do is a Sonic and Tails the size of Mario. We both agreed on that.
Yeah.
With the tour, but what do you guys think? Brandy, he has one of the largest selling collections of Switch games, over 700 titles, and you actually said you had that Toy Story game that.
Oh
you
yeah, I
showed.
do. I have that Genesis like promotional little cartridge. I have it in the basement in the game room. When I saw it, I remembered that I had one. That's what happened.
I told her when we go to Cleveland, we should make a beeline. He's between Scott and Cleveland, like where Cleveland Gaming Expo is, Classic is, probably about 20 minutes west of that. So we'll have to check that out. So we want to do this more. So if you're a gaming store, if you have a game store out there, and you want to do a quick tour for us and send it to us, hey, more the merrier. Because a lot of these guys, like Brandy, like CNC, Kevin's out at these conventions. You get to see what kind of product that they have ahead of time, and look for these specific vendors, right, that make really, really cool stuff that you guys can, put out and put in your game room. Because, I mean, like I said, who has the money to buy those statues? And now you understand why I said Kevin wins with the promotionals, with the Halo, with the Master Chiefs, right? Would you agree?
Yeah, on both sides, and then the Sonic. I mean, the Sonic was a winner for me. That was a seller, right there.
Kevin comes in clutch with the promotional. We are Toy Story promotional twins. He says as well. Oh, maybe he's making some of those too. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Wants that. So, guys, we can't stress this enough. We enjoy getting things like that, so make sure you guys send it in. We've had a few video game companies, stores, send us some stuff about their convention, or about their stores, and when they're at conventions, look for these guys, because pretty much they're at every convention we've gone to so far, right? I would say CNC's. I'll see him in Cleveland. I don't know. There might be a few other ones I'll end up seeing him at. Who knows? But
Yeah.
you guys are going to conventions. Help us save the trash and make it treasure. Go out there and get those posters. Get those little flyers.
Save them all. Save all this stuff here. You don't want to. You don't want to have this stuff trashed. You know.
You don't.
Easily, what could have happened with this too is we were talking about it earlier. Let me try and open this.
Uh-oh. What's she doing? What are you pulling out?
It's full of goodies. So this
boy.
would have been some sort of like pre-order survival thing that you get for Star Fox Adventure. Of course, you get your air freshener. Now, how often do you see that stuff anymore?
Yeah.
You get your little, doorknob sign. Have the original Circuit City bag that goes with this. And then, times were tough during the pandemic. Here's some toilet paper. I could have easily used this. It says Star Fox Adventures game tips. Drop and roll, break from battle, shake and take. Watch closely, be prepared, upgrade your attacks. Like, it just goes on and on. But this right here, like, how often do you see this type of promotional stuff? Still brand new. Like, the drinks in there. The Jones Soda Company. Green Apple Soda. Star Fox Adventures Fox Fuel. 12 fluid ounces are still in here.
She wouldn't drink it. I tried to get her to drink it. She won't drink it.
Yeah, like, it's just crazy, seeing this stuff. And that's what we're really hinting at, trash to treasure. We don't want this stuff to be trashed. We don't want it to be lost or forgotten. That's why we collect this stuff. We preserve this stuff. We want more of this stuff,
So, Brandy, this might sound strange to even some folks out there, but take a look at this. I even go as far as, like, I have these cans that I can. So this Pittsburgh one is from last year's Pitt. I don't drink beer. I don't drink at all. So I'll just put that out there to everybody. But I wanted one of these cans. So Brian drank the beer and then gave me the can. And believe it or not, I kept it nice all the way home. Nice. I mean, like, the can, break it. And then I have the one from Pittsburgh the year before. And I saw that Cleveland's coming out with one. They had one the other time, but Tom said they were a limited run and he didn't have any more of the cans. So I'm hoping to get one this year. And then I kept like the G Fuel that were focused on like Crash, Pac-Man, and then Mega Man or Rockman, depending on where you're at. So I just kept the cans. They're all empty. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. Like, I keep stuff like that here in the broadcast station. Brandy, I even have like this over here.
Nice.
I have like some autographed memorabilia, like that.
Oh, that's cool.
From Ron and Brian Retro Trade. Ron, made this comic book and signed it and stuff, and I put it there. And then Dr. Scott, I don't know why I got that there. He signed it. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I had Dr. Scott sign it and put it there.
That's very cool.
But like, it's promotional stuff like that, like, that I like to keep around and have here in the game room and in my broadcast area or wherever else, and I think we're not the only ones. And I'm finding myself, and how do you feel about this? I'm finding myself more and more as we go to these conventions, looking for those types of things more so than games, because I can pretty much get games anywhere unless it's a heavy hitter. Then I want to get it at a convention so they open it up in front of me and I know it's legit and not buy it online and get scammed. But
I agree.
Doing that?
I agree. Because it's like, we could buy games at any time. You can go places and get them readily available. Just depends on how much money you're willing to spend and how much they cost. But some of these promo items, like, you may only see it one time.
Yep.
Or you may never see it again. Or you may kick yourself for not finding it, and picking it up right then and there. So it is pretty crazy. And I feel like that's the stuff that I love. Like, I love getting these like little pins and trinkets and and like even like, I don't know, just like the weird little like Mario Kart Double Dash like little stopwatch.
That is,
Like just
I've never seen that.
weird promo items like that. Like just little cool little trinkets, just shelf fillers, but they look cool. They tell a story. They have history. They weren't meant for the public. Some of these are employee things. Some are, you
Yeah.
know, just promotional press stuff. Like it's just so crazy.
And we both have more than what we showed you guys today, but it was just kind of to give the example, because a lot of people, believe it or not, I don't know if you got questions like this, but I got questions of like, what are promotional items? Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Like even our kiosks, like I have a PS4 kiosk, I have a PS3 kiosk. Those are all promotional items. Those are not meant for the public to have. So I had to laugh, Brandy. Did you see this comment here from Project Retro Games? He says, believe it or not, I found a Pokemon Red Game Boy Color cartridge and an Xbox 360 on my in my building's trash.
That's insane.
That's crazy. That you win the internet on that one today, there, Mr. Project Retro Games. But yeah, so even though we're not going to be covering this next week on the show, send us in your promo item that you have that maybe you know it's rare, or maybe you don't know a lot about it. Brandy, that would even be cooler. If you don't know a lot about it, we can put it out here so that the audience knows about it and can help educate all of us about it and learn about it. I love seeing things like that and hearing the stories, and yeah, it's a good time. Good time.
No, I agree. We want to see it all. Just send all the stuff. You know, we love talking about this. We can always make room for game rooms, for promo items. We can always, you know, go off tangent a little bit too.
Absolutely. And if we also said, you know, hey, if you want to record a question that you want us to play on air about something, or, you know, want our thoughts on it, or just, you know, the audience thoughts, you do that as well. Send a 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute, whatever you want to do, video, and we'll play it. We'll play it live and answer, kind of like, you know, when people leave voicemails for, what is it, radio? We can do something like that as well. So as we constantly try to evolve the show, we're 5 episodes in, Brandy. We haven't missed one. We've kind of relocated our schedule a little bit, and I think we should tell them next week. We're not on Friday. We're going to be back to our normal time slot on a Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, we're switching it up again on all y'all.
We're going to be back to our normal time, but you can remember, we now have a podcast. This is podcasted. You can go on iTunes, wherever you listen to your podcast. You can subscribe if you aren't able to watch it in video. Certain shows you can get away with not watching it in video form, and you just want to listen to it on your way to work. Maybe you're sitting in traffic. Maybe you just you want to feel better about yourself, so you want to listen to us. I mean, that's okay. You know, we're if we can bring you joy, that's okay, right, Brandy? As long as we put a smile on your face by the end of the day. Anything else? You got a video coming up that you want to promote, and we're going to wrap this up and send everybody off for the weekend.
Yes, didn't realize people were chatting over on Facebook. Thanks to everyone, you know, listening on in, and everyone else joining in, talking about Jimmy Neutron. That cool. Those are promotional items too, for the VHS tapes, for Rugrats, and then for the DVDs for Jimmy Neutron. Those are cool, like, promotional items that you're asking about in the chat. They would have just been the displays back in the day for the movies that you would see at any store that sold, you know, movies. So those are pretty cool promotional pieces too. I do have some videos on those as well, some shorts and some other videos. So definitely check those out. But yes, I am gathering all types of footage for, you know, the Southeast Game Exchange at Siege, and then I stopped at a video game store. I stopped at a toy store. I have tons of footage coming out. Make sure you guys follow along on my channel, Gamer Ahmer, and then also check out my buddy who's here with me, my partner in crime. You know, you could see more of his promo stuff in his game room tour that he posted. So, you know, make sure you guys are following both of us, and then you'll kind of get some hints and little tips and stuff throughout the week on both of our channels, and then, you know, with the podcast and everything. because we both find some really amazing things, and it's really cool to see, like little sneak peeks from each other, and then we get to like see the full video, and it's pretty cool to see that.
Absolutely. Really appreciate everybody coming out. I actually did a short this week. I'm going to pull up a picture here so everybody can see it of what I'm hoping to do for the video this week is on the Aladdin deck enhancer. I actually, believe it or not, Brandy, I had a lot of people go, I've never even heard of this thing.
Wow.
But the Aladdin deck enhancer, if you're familiar with how Game Genie works, you plug it in with the game. Aladdin, I have the full set of the games for this. I think there was they're complete in box with the manuals, everything crispy, the whole nine. But I was going to do a video and kind of show some gameplay with it, and show, because believe it or not, on TikTok and on YouTube, people are like, I've never seen that before. So I think I'm going to do something different so that people can see, what this is, and if it's something that they kind of want to get. Project Retro Game, he says, what's the next convention you guys are going to this year? So go ahead, Brandy, you can go first with that real quick.
I was just invited out to a convention. So that may happen. If anyone is going to the Retro World Expo in Connecticut, talk to me about it. Let me know how it is. It's still a little early on, but it sounds like maybe that one is in the future. So yeah, that might be a fun time.
And she might be in it. She might be in the suitcase. Her and Stephanie coming to Cleveland. I'm just we're gonna push that. So I know for me, I'll be in Cleveland at the Cleveland Gaming Classic as a guest. I'll be in Pittsburgh as a guest. We're going to be live streaming. We're going to have the whole panel. So if you're there and you ever wanted to jump on a panel with one of us, that's the best time, because we'll have a panel of content creators. You can just jump right in. We have a fun time. And then I'm supposed to be at Korgs and G-Dex. That's in Columbus.
Nice.
That'll be the beginning of September. Yes, I will be there for. So those are my three right now, unless I said I was going to scale back this year, but then I also left it open to if the doors open somewhere else. But right now that's where we're at right now, and Brandy can keep you updated if she gets any other places between now and then.
Yeah, I also spoke to Retro Rick. I might be going out to his. I'm already announced as a guest on there. So he's like, let me know and I'll change it. But it sounds like that one I'm also leaning towards too. People are saying that we should consider Retropalooza in Fort Worth, Texas. I've heard good things about, I think they have a couple different ones, Retropalooza. So I think that would be fun. I did actually meet the Game Chasers. They actually approached me at Siege and was like, hey, I wanted to chat with you. So that was really cool to see too. I know a lot of people watch them, and I've seen quite a few of their videos now on some of like their cool, like the KB Toys N64 cabinet and stuff. So
I love the Game Chasers. I love the Game Chasers.
Plenty of conventions out there, and so many that we could consider, and it's all about timing and all that stuff too. So definitely so many that we all want to.
I want to meet them. Like, I met Metal Jesus. That was kind of one of my bucket things, But the Game Chasers are like, during COVID and a little after, I binged watched nonstop their game chasing stuff, and it sucked me in because of video production. That's kind of like this. And then I ordered the movie. I have the movie. So yeah, I like their content. And Kevin says CNC Games says I'll be at Rick's, and Project Retro Games says send me the dates. And he said Connecticut is very close to me, so it sounds like he wants to go up to Connecticut, and we'll send him the dates for the other ones. So that'll be really cool.
Yeah, that'll be good to see him again too, because I feel like we see him at quite a few.
I saw him at Torgs last year, and that was it. Like, I didn't get a chance to see him anywhere else. he was at Siege. You probably got to see him at Siege.
Yeah, I saw him there again.
Because I started pinging him, and he's like, "Hey, I can't talk right now. I'm at Siege." I was like, "Oh, no worries. Just have a good time." You know?
It gets hectic there.
I get it.
We got to chat a little bit. So that was nice. It's always nice catching up with everyone, and just trying to keep up with everything.
If you guys got a suggestion of what you want us to talk about as a topic for the podcast, we're trying to be different. We're trying to do stuff that's different than other podcasts, so that you can stick here and listen to what we have to say about this, and then you can get other stuff from other content creators, which is awesome. Give you a variety, right, of things to hear from. So Brandy and I are always kind of grinding and trying to figure out what we want to get into, and we want to hear from you guys. That's the big thing. We want you guys to be involved as the community, the people that are watching us, they're supporting us, doing this show. So with that said, Brandy, I think it's time to sign off. YouTube.com/GamerAhmer. If you haven't subscribed, do so, or you've been living under a rock for the last 5 episodes.
Yes.
And you guys can also subscribe to me. YouTube.com/TheTechBuzz. That is my handle pretty much anywhere, just like Gamer Ahmer. You can check her out. But yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I don't know what time that is Pacific. I think it's 5 Pacific.
Oh, now we're doing math.
My brain's shutting down now. So, guys, have a good weekend. We'll see you on Wednesday. Take care.